The clarion call has sounded. The curtain rises. Say goodbye to yourself and embrace the unknown. As I don the many masks of this tale, I challenge you to fully immerse in the story, the mystery, and the terror. Live the fears and hopes, and let your mind wander through the shadows. Uncover the secrets that lie beneath, for the only certainty is the mask you wear. Embrace the transformation, commit to the journey, and let the masks of Nyarlathotep reveal its truths to you. Vincent Lamar. Note time. Notebook. Journal.
Yes. I think some or all of us sort of did it as letters. So mine's lettery.
Mine's a journal.
I mean, it's labeled as a journal, but I'm using it more as letters.
Okay.
John, I hope this finds you well, and no one has come knocking on my. I'm finding it hard to stop looking over my shoulder for Imishton and his goons. I've safely arrived in Peru and met our mysterious benefactor. I also discovered that noted author of cult topics, Jackson Elias, under the alias Jesse Hughes, is a member of this strange expedition. He is suspicious of the bodyguard of our patron, Luis de Mendoza. Jackson claims he is a member of a dangerous death cult from the area. Augustus Larkin is clearly in poor health, though he claims he's ready for the journey and its challenges. Our muscleman, Declan Webb, appears exactly as expected. He certainly seems capable, but perhaps quick to jump to conclusions. Our rich Cafe Society member, Abigail Barclay, claims to be from Europe, but didn't seem to know anything of Europe. We'll see what she brings to the table as we go. I struck up a bit of a deeper conversation with our occult expert, Iris Avila. She seems kind, and I'm sure she'll be indispensable in diving these mysterious depths. I will contact you again when I can. Please stay at. That's it.
Love it. And who was that to in the very beginning?
John.
John. Okay. Interesting.
Just John.
Just John. Is he real? Is it a
Dear John?
Not a Dear John letter.
No.
Guys, it's his dog. It's his dog.
You should just write to Delilah. I mean, or
Hey
Dear
there,
Abby.
Delilah.
Abby, should write to Dear Abby.
Man, that would have been the best opening. Is hey there, Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah. It would. I'm going to be honest.
Unfortunately, Declan then kills you, and you have to pick a new character. So,
But
that
his
sucks.
new character would be Delilah.
Love it.
I don't know if you guys knew this, or I don't know, Amy, if you planned this, but I just realized over the week that we didn't play your name, like, is Abigail from our whole big last Impossible Landscapes campaign. I don't know if you even, like, thought about that at all when you chose that name. Okay.
I did.
I was like,
No.
oh, that's weird.
No.
Yes.
Not something I.
But that was the girl.
That was the
right?
missing girl from literally the beginning
No,
to the end.
That
Yeah,
didn't even
funny.
cross my mind.
Yeah. Weird how things worm their way in there after you see the yellow
Right.
sign, huh?
The
And
universe.
look up, names in a name generator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. It happens. So you guys, when we left off, I believe we were going to sleep right outside of Puno. And I will say you did so. You went to sleep. You wake up in the morning, getting whatever kind of rest you feel, a lean-to tent or whatever, sleeping in the truck bed on top of the stuff will get you, because that's probably what I would do, honestly. Get off the ground. Right outside
I
of
made a
Puno.
hammock.
Hammock, nice, yeah.
I was just thinking.
Those girls, Abigail and Iris, that failed their altitude sickness check. Go ahead and roll me another con in the morning, and we're going to see if this is going to ride with you for the rest of the day or not. Con roll.
Yep.
Oof. All right.
I'm getting there. I'm trying.
Oh, no, not in a hurry at all. And while you're doing that, I'm going to see if there was actually...
Oh no, we both are.
Girls. Maybe it's just the trucks.
We don't travel well.
We stayed up too late doing my reading. It's
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Let me look at the. I want to make sure we get this right here. So let's see. So
I couldn't sleep because of what that tattoo could mean.
Oh, that's what it was.
Hey,
Yeah,
if
what's up?
I noticed them like suffering, kind of. Can I try to give them some help, like some tips
Yeah,
to make
absolutely.
them not feel so sick?
Hey,
from like
Do you got any tobacco on you?
Tobacco.
I don't know. I'd be lying. That's not something that's ever crossed my mind with him. Maybe.
Roll a luck
But
check.
I mean, I've not met too many military men who at least didn't dabble at some point. But...
Maybe it's in your kit, like you left it in your kit or something from.
Yeah, sorry. Hold on. My fucking thing crashed. One second. All right. We're
I
back.
mean, I know somebody who does have one.
And I roll luck.
Oh, what's
Oh.
his name does with the pipe?
I believe.
True.
I believe that. I believe
Is he-
Vincent smoked a pipe with him. So
Hmm.
Oh, well, if there's tobacco, can I just use theirs then? I forgot that they had some. Can I ask
Yeah.
for it and then try it? Maybe I'll roll the luck check to see if it works.
Yeah. How about
'Cause
let's do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you
Okay.
roll?
I haven't yet. I'm
Oh,
rolling
okay.
now. I can't see it.
Oh.
I failed. Sorry,
I failed a 97.
Yeah,
I don't even know if that's fair to make you roll for that. I mean, he literally has it. He's a nice guy. I'm just gonna give it to you.
Well, what about if it's like maybe since I failed, maybe it doesn't last the whole day. Maybe it only lasts 4 more hours. Like maybe my
All right.
trick kind of works, but it's not like foolproof or whatever.
Yeah.
For the record, I don't know what tobacco does. I was gonna like do like a pressure point because I know that's real. There's
Yeah.
a pressure point behind your ear, so I don't know what the fuck tobacco does though.
Yeah, so maybe you're like, maybe you should chew on it, you know, and see if that'll help your altitude sickness, and that just doesn't really make it better for them. So you start, they're like, yeah, or maybe they choose not to eat it, you know, whatever. And so you're like, here, no, try these pressure points, and you're like trying to press on their eyes or do whatever.
Right. Yep. Yeah. I show them like I'm like, hey, you know, can I let me it's okay. Let me touch around your ears, and like they let me. I push in a little bit, and it probably hurts, but then it's like it feels kind of better. So.
Yeah, so let's say you get like 2-3 hours worth of pseudo reprieve. What is that? That's placebo reprieve there from your altitude
Yeah.
sickness. Love it. Yeah, cool. Good morning, everybody. Ready to hit the trail again?
Been ready. Let's go. Got a schedule to keep.
That's right.
I've got everything packed up, all my stuff and ready. Like just trying to help the lovely ladies here with feeling a little bit better.
Did you get into my tobacco?
I thought it was Vincent's, but yeah, I guess well, you know,
it was right here.
we
Oh.
can settle up.
No. I just needed to know if I needed to pick up some more. It's certainly all right. If anybody needs a puff my pop, you just let me know.
Nope.
I look
That
at him
didn't
and
work.
squint. I would look at him and squint my eyes when he said that. I'm like,
He unfortunately just winks at you.
okay. I'm like, all right, well, let's go ahead and get going. Declan's really uncomfortable. He's like, all right, yep, we're
I
going.
walk over and proffer my match that I just used, and then I hand him a mug of coffee.
Yeah. And, you know, take a sip. Take a sip. Take a puff. Take a sip. Who needs to brush their teeth anyways, right?
We got
Let's hop in the trucks, everybody. Let's go. And you see Larkin just like come around the corner and like try to swing up into his truck, and he just looks like death. I know I say this every time.
I'll help if he's struggling and I'm nearby. I'll help him. I'll try to. I mean, I can
okay.
probably pick the guy up. 'Cause
Absolutely.
he sticks at this point.
Yeah. You come in to help him, and like where you put your hands to just ease him into the truck, like is way out of bounds of what you thought his body was. Like you just have to his coat just goes, and as you kind of push him up, and you smell as you push his coat in, just sweet, sickly, rotting meat kind of smell just kind of poofs out directly into your face as you're like pushing him up, and he's like, oh, thank you.
I don't gag because I'm smelled, death and a lot of things before, but I probably my eye. If someone's staring at me, my eye may twitch a little. It's like, oh, I make a note to at least, maybe bring it up later, like mentally, like Jesus fuck. Like it would surprise me how, like he looked like he was sick, but like it instantly reminds me of literal dead bodies, like that I've been around.
Right.
So I'm like wondering how he's alive.
You see his like hand just go tut tut on the side of the truck, like I've got this, tut tut tut, and they start driving off. Any plans on this very short drive, just a couple hours to get to Puno? Otherwise, we will arrive in Puno.
I don't have any. I think last time out of character we were saying that the RP was at the campsite or whatever, and we were gonna like fast forward the rides.
Absolutely.
So I don't have anything.
All right. Without any further ado, you guys arrive in Puno. Right outside, right on, I guess, Lake Titicaca. A little smaller kind of town, city type deal. Excuse me. It's high up there. Let's see. Small city, approximately 20,000 residents. It's in the highlands, obviously. The shores of Lake Titicaca. And you guys saw probably like a little bit of farmland and stuff like right outside of it. But as you get in, you kind of can smell like the people are like using it for fisheries, and you can smell some like breakfast cooking of various meats or whatever. I'm not sure what kind of like, what do they use, like corn, right, to make their like tortillas for breakfast or whatever. Probably there.
I think so.
Yeah, so you smell like a lot of those kind of smells coming in. The trucks stop, and Larkin gets out, and he looks like he's paying the truck men, and they start unloading the stuff. And you look over to the left, and you see that there's a small little like stable type deal, and there's a bunch of donkeys over there, and there's a helper, and they're trying to get the stuff off the trucks and onto these donkeys, or by the donkeys. They're not saddling up the donkeys. Remember, he said he was going to stay the night at Puno. And so they're getting all that stuff situated and put in the warehouse or stable next there. And you guys can get out or whatever as you're settling up, and you see it looks to be it's like some kind of inn on the right side across from the stables there.
What did Jackson tell us about his contact again?
Nayara. He said that she's
going to look her up, or did he?
Mm-hmm.
Had he been able to contact her already? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, so Elias's story, through several conversations, was essentially like he met Nayara coming through Puno at some time when he was researching his books, right? She told him about the Kari Siri and stuff, and that's kind of like a lot of about what he knows about the situation and kind of leading him to write this book. And he knows that she has a small house in the hills above Puno. But I think, if I remember correctly, she was the one that kind of hinted him off about D. Mendoza being kind of a Kari Siri type weirdo, and, put him on the edge. And so she may be in some kind of hiding or something. But we'll have to see.
I couldn't remember if he had some, sent her a telegram or some shit. I couldn't remember.
No, nothing like that. We'll just have to, he said, we'll have to go to, find her, talk around, find out where she is at.
I couldn't remember if there was a time or something.
No forward communications.
Okay, so you said there's a hotel here.
I think I'm gonna go into the inn and get some ginger ale.
All right, roll a luck check.
To make me not feel sick.
There we go.
Hey,
there we
ginger
go.
ale.
They have a, you go in there and you ask for a ginger ale, and he's like, and he speaks English because I don't feel like speaking Spanish because I definitely know it and I just don't want to speak it.
Right.
We can pretend, but I'm speaking Spanish too.
Yo habla ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
I think that means I am called ginger ale. I don't really know, but
turns out they have this very special ginger ale, Puno exclusive ginger ale, just for the altitude sickness.
Perfect.
And you go in there and they fill that glass all the way to the top with ice, and they give you fill it up with ginger ale up there. And okay, this is gonna sound stupid. They have straws in the 1920s. I'm assuming they had some kind of straw, right? Is plastics a
yeah.
big deal back then?
I have to assume.
Maybe
Now that
they
you said
had
it, I
wood,
feel like an idiot. But
I
I
know.
thought they did.
Yeah.
a wood or metal straw. Maybe. I don't
Oh,
know.
this is weird.
Ginger ale originated in Ireland in 18.
Straws in the 1920s.
Beat me to it.
I'm just
I
gonna
was
have to look
looking
this
up
up.
how old ginger ale is.
Google looks at you and like, you're a
Oh.
fucking idiot. Are you serious? You really asking me this right now?
Yes, they
When
definitely
was-
had straws in the 1920s, but they were paper for the most part.
I wondered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too far back though, less than 40 years. 1888. Okay, so straws.
Pretty new and fancy
Mm.
for down here in.
Oh, I even got a straw.
You call us over.
Ooh, guys,
You're
look
like
at my
Declan.
straw.
Look, I have a straw. What is that?
They don't have. We have a bunch of those in Louisiana. What am I saying?
How else you gonna drink your drinks?
On Bourbon Street. Come on.
Love it. I love it. Yeah. So you're sipping on some ginger ale. Maybe you wave Abigail over.
Yeah, I'll give her half of it. Abigail, come in here. I got ginger ale.
Oh, thank you so much. Man, I really hope this helps. This
Yeah,
is
me too. That was rough.
not fun. I mean, I know Declan tried, and I appreciate him trying. But man, I feel really like shit.
hmm
You guys start belching together.
Didn't touch much back then. Probably not.
But
Like I've been hungover, but this is not a hungover. This is something else.
your ears start to pop as you guys sip on your ginger ale. Start to feel a little better. What are the boys up to?
I don't know. I guess I like just wasting time. Like, so I already know how far away. Maybe look at the map and remind myself how far away we are, and like look at what's coming as far as the trail that we're gonna take with the donkeys.
Yeah,
Maybe-
so it's going to be 70 miles, 110 kilometers cross country.
Which of
You don't
course-
know, but you don't know
Yeah.
this, but like you know what the direction you're headed at least. So yeah, I guess.
Donkeys, of course,
Yeah.
tend to trot at a good 25 kilometers an hour. So, just a day or two.
Yeah, I guess honestly, it's kind of boring, but and it cover because I don't really have anything exciting to say. But I feel like as my role and what I would just be making sure our supplies are good and that
Cool.
I have plenty of ammunition and I have my gun and that I feel comfortable about the route. Just trying to keep myself busy.
Yeah. So just for clarification, that was meta because Larkin says he has it all good up here in the metal trap. Remember, he's not telling you which way you're going.
Well, then I'll revise that and say
yeah.
that I'll check our supplies and
Cool.
our especially weapons, but like supplies and just like
Absolutely.
it's busy work because
It
I already
is.
know everything's there, but I don't have anything to do, and I would feel like from the like being in the military, but also just how his character is, it would just be I'm gonna check everything 50 times. I have nothing better to do.
Larkin is over there like watching you do it. And he's like, "Thank you, thank you, boy. Thank you so much for. I'm so glad you joined our expedition to help out. We needed someone with your gumption to help us on our way."
I could help more if you would tell me where we're going.
I trust you as far as the money's gonna take us at least. I'm not sure we're quite on that level yet. I'm keeping it up here. It'll all make sense when we get there. I'll lead us there safely. Don't worry. And thank you so much for taking care of the supplies.
I was gonna say that I was gonna probably just sort of, like hang around and see what Larkin's doing.
Sure. So you're watching this. You're watching this altercation.
So
And I think I told you about the tattoo the night before too.
you did, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I'm just a. He keeps repeating this line. We've started the first leg of the journey. He keeps repeating this like. Do I truly just get like a paranoid dude vibe, or do I feel like there's more to it?
Your psychology is at 70, something like that.
Mhm.
You get the vibe that he is
Male
paranoid.
Okay.
Yes, I think that is an apt. Yeah, he's
75.
he definitely feels to you paranoid and very protective over the information that he has. And from what he said before, right, he didn't want anybody else to get to it first. He didn't want the information to get out. So the way you would take this, or way you could take this, is that you're going to know where it is and then betray him and get someone there faster than he can get there. It's kind of like the vibe that you get.
Yeah, because he's sick.
Chad has trouble understanding how that could possibly happen, but
Well, you could take him
You're right.
out, or slow him down, or sabotage the expedition.
sure.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Just
so
Freedom
that, like
to-
that those extreme levels of this paranoia. Okay. Cool.
yeah. Okay. Cool. And this may, well, you may not want to answer it, or you may want to roll for this aspect
Let's
of
see.
it. But like, you've got like delusions of paranoia, and you've got like just generally paranoid. Like there doesn't seem to be any malice to it, right? Like it's truly just this is a guy that's paranoid, right? Like that's what you're saying.
I think this is a good psychology roll. Go ahead and
Sure.
roll it.
Yeah.
As far as like protecting this information.
Well, yeah. Never mind.
Okay.
90 and 75. So
90, yeah. Yeah, I mean, as far that, I think that is all you gain out of that situation. Just kind of watching them and listening in and thinking back on what you've heard before.
unless he tells me to fuck off, I'm just gonna kind of hang around, make small talk, not get outrageously close.
Larkin kind of reaches out and he's going to try to like put his hand on your shoulder. Declan, do you let him?
I mean, I guess, yeah, that's fine.
I didn't know if you were weirded
weird
out from his smell and stuff earlier, because like you kind of can smell
No,
that.
I'm still trying to be polite,
Okay.
and honestly, I have smelled a lot worse. It's just so yeah. If he touch, that's fine. I'll just
Okay.
I'm doing something, so
just-
I'll look at him.
It just gives you a pat. It's like you serving the Great War.
Yep, I did. I was in the I don't remember what I said about the 54th, and saw time in Italy and Germany primarily.
Oh, it's good to have you. Like I said, it's good to have someone. Your standards are around. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm curious why you I don't think you just brought me for my ability to pack things and read a note though. What are you expecting to find in the jungle besides tigers and leopards? I don't know.
Yes,
don't
yes.
think- Well, I was gonna say I don't think there's leopards, but if Mr. Lamar thinks there's leopards out in the Peruvian islands, then it's not me that will say that. No, if I'm being honest with you, and the five of you, sorry, are the only ones that reached out to me to go on this expedition with me. Not that I do not appreciate your skills and your facets of life that each of you represent. I find it fascinating, and everyone needs to make their way in the world, and I think every one of you may feel like this is your way to make your way in the world. Am I wrong? Declan? Vincent?
I think it's a uniquely hard thing to describe when you've been through what I have, adjusting back to sitting down and watching your son do math homework. It's not as easy as people expect it to be.
A married man. Oh, I did not know this. Oh, good for you, Declan.
I
Good
look
for
I
you.
look at him. I don't believe him. Like I'm fully like I expect him that he knows everything about all of us and that he researched us because it's what I would have done too.
Mhm.
And I definitely think he has the means to do it.
What about
record.
you, Mr. Lamar?
Ah, wow. Intrigued by the mysteries. Sounded, well, interesting.
As am I. As am I. So it's not the gold for you.
No. One can always use a little more gold, but
That's right. That's right.
I'm curious. Must know what's down here.
Both of you roll a spot hidden.
Ooh.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm really good at it.
And
Failed.
we got an 85 for Declan.
Jesus H.
Jesus.
That is the third 90 in a row on that die.
So
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
not doing
great.
shit either.
This is fine because that means that now, from now on, the dice have been cleared of this negative energy on these inconsequential rolls, right?
You know, maybe.
Yes. So going
For
forward,
sure.
for sure. Yeah. So he's like, excuse me, boys. I gonna go get a room and retire. In the morning. We'll head out the first light in the morning. Make sure the girls know, Abigail and Iris, and we'll be just across the street here. You'll see us in the street setting up on the donkeys. And it will
Okay.
just be us, us six. So no guides here.
Very well. I meant to ask the other night. I was meaning to ask. Now that we are here, whatever was it, like room 411 or something, right?
Yeah, 410.
This hotel, I'm quite certain is not like 4 or 5.
Unless
stories
it's
tall.
erroneously numbered, you wouldn't expect a 410 to be here.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking. Just curious.
Fair.
Cool. After Larkin's left, I just look over Declan. He's just such an odd character.
He's not going to make the trip. I don't think he's going to survive. I think we're going to get a quarter of the way there, and he hasn't told us where we're going, and he's going to die, and then I'm going to have to get us out. I have less and less faith in the man every time he talks.
I only hope that it's a quarter of the way in when that occurs.
Yeah, you know, fair point.
Perhaps we shall see what happens.
While you guys are on the street, you notice that you're getting like looks from the locals, you know?
Yeah, because we're white dudes.
Right. Because you're white dudes. The girls kind of went into the inn like immediately, you know, maybe they're a little more accustomed there, but like on the streets you can like see, not the vendors aren't bothering you, but like the people that are walking by, just a passing, lingering stare as they go and then break contact, you know, kind of deal.
I mean, Vincent looks nice. I look probably mean, like just intimidating, and we're both white.
Unfortunately, you probably still have bandages on your face too, right?
Well, I look scary too.
Yeah.
Like, actually scary.
Is it a, you know, mistrusting,
Yes.
angry?
Yes.
Like, okay. I didn't know
if
direct, you know, like mistrusting could go into anger or fear, right? Like,
you get both.
Okay.
Depending on the person, right?
mhm.
if someone mean mugs me, I want to call them out and like be like, hey, how you, like just like kind of sarcastically, like with just an edge to my voice, just, you know, I don't know that they speak English.
When you
Or
say that
respond,
hey
but-
to them, like we'll say they're like 10 feet away, you see them like jump up a little bit, you know, from their like surprise that you like called them out. No, and just continue like scurry about and like continue on.
Wow, I didn't know I looked that bad.
See.
Karasiri.
Is that what you say that?
I say that
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
Like I lean over, and I mean not like broadly, but yeah. Is Jackson / Jesse about?
Oh, yeah. He comes around. He was dusting off his hands. Like, all right, I think that's everything settled there for the day. Oh, where'd the girls go?
I think they already retired.
Oh,
For
really? We just woke. Oh, really?
They weren't feeling very good. They're not used to, I think, the climb.
Oh my. We should go check on them before we continue. Yes.
I think that's wise. Should we,
Before we continue.
Your
What?
colleague,
What?
right?
Before we continue, I'm confused. We're not going anywhere tonight. What do you mean before we continue?
Oh, I thought you wanted to meet Nayara tonight or today.
Mike forgot. I'm sorry. Sure. Let's go check on him.
What time is it?
We will
Like morning?
say it's 10.
Okay.
After getting everything settled in, and you guys, you know,
Ginger aled up.
Ginger,
Ready to go.
You guys are fucking ready. I've never had so much ale.
Me and Abby are happy and ready to go now.
It's caffeinated, actually. The
wasn't that
Peruvian
fucking
ginger ale is
ginger ale?
caffeinated.
Yeah, secretly caffeinated.
What'd you say, Mike?
I said, what was in that fucking ginger ale?
Caffeine, brother, and cocaine.
Let's go.
Can you drink cocaine? I don't even know.
In Delta or Call of Cthulhu, you can.
You can. Okay, good. Good.
I mean,
Coca-Cola.
I was gonna say.
Oh, then yeah, that's right. You guys.
Leaves, yeah.
That's
I
right.
think I don't know if it was the coca leaves or the powder was an ingredient in the OG, but we're in the right era.
And you can make ginger ale with a splash of Coke and Sprite.
There you go.
With a splash.
What the heck is that? Real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're doing like a drink when you're making a drink and as a bartender.
I had no
you don't
idea.
have ginger ale. You just do that.
I was
Yeah.
back at the bar. If somebody wanted a ginger ale and we didn't have it, fill it with Sprite splash.
Sprite and Coke.
Okay.
By the way,
I actually did that a few times. Like somebody just wanted ginger ale, and I'm like, this is what we're gonna do, and they.
Cool. I didn't know that. So you guys bust into the inn, the little downstairs, little bar type food place, restaurant type deal. Not I don't even want to say restaurant. I want to say like deli
Bar
or
food.
something. Yeah. What do you say?
Like bar food.
Yeah, whatever Peruvian bar food is. You guys tell me.
Tapas, yeah.
Tapas, little weens, some little
Little Vienna sausages.
Vienna sausages.
Some fucking chicken wings.
it is not near Lake Titicaca. It is on Lake Titicaca.
It is
right?
on Lake Titicaca, correct?
So, I mean, yeah, they're gonna have fucking like shrimp, fucking like boiled shrimp.
You're right. Oh, you know what? Their special is fucking coconut shrimp. They came up with coconut shrimp. Yeah.
Are we at a Red Lobster in 1920?
Yes, the inn is called Red Lobster. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yep. This is the OG Red Lobster.
Brain for the Spanish word for red, and I realize I have no idea what it is.
Rojas?
Rojo
Rojo?
Lobster.
Danny Rojas. Soccer is life. Anyways,
I was just thinking like boiled shrimp with some wine, but hey, let's lean into the.
Sorry, we gotta make it's Waffle House. We had Delta Green, okay? Red Lobster, Call of Cthulhu. All right.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Rojo lobster.
I like Danny Rojas.
Did you say De Rojas?
yeah, from Ted Lasso.
Oh gosh.
Danny Rojas from Ted
Football
Lasso.
is life, coach. Football is life.
Football is life. God, I love Ted Lasso so much.
Langosta de Langosta Roja, the Red
I'm
Lobster.
sorry I watched this.
There it is.
I did.
There you go.
Hell yeah. So you guys get to see the girls.
Vincent is just chowing down on some bullet shrimp.
It's unlimited, by the way.
Perfect.
Of course it is.
Ooh, and the cheddar biscuits.
Yes, correct. The cheddar biscuits were created in Peru in 1920s. Actually, today they debuted them when you guys arrived.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
happiest girl in the
Coincidences.
As
world.
we're walking in, Vincent's just, well, it's really not left. But they do have the jaguars here. It's here, but South America.
I'm gonna pull Vincent aside for a second and be like, I honestly thought you were saying lepers, not leopards.
Nah,
And I got really confused because
there might be some lepers. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, you know more about this area probably than I ever will.
Lepers. There might be.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm
So
worried
do-
about.
Lepers, not unconscious.
So do we think Larkin's gonna make it? He looked
No.
awful this morning.
No,
He's
I was just talking to Vincent. I think we're gonna get a quarter of the way there, and he's gonna die, and he won't tell us where we're going, so we're gonna get stuck.
That man has 1 foot in hell and half a hand in heaven.
Did you try and get some
I just
like?
stare, just give this. I'm sorry, I like do that thing where I like do a spit take almost. I just look at him like, are you fucking serious right now?
Sorry, maybe I swapped my tobacco here. Hang on.
Continue,
You got a wacky tobacco.
continue, Iris. I'm sorry.
Did you? Did you get some information from him? Like maybe like he'll tell us where we're going.
I
Or-
tried. He just keeps tapping his head.
No, he's gonna be tapping his head. Did you see this tattoo? Did you see his tattoo under his shirt?
I don't think so.
I believe you, but I haven't seen it.
I saw it last night. It's massive, and he doesn't remember. He does not remember it. I asked him when he got it, and he doesn't remember. Like, how do you not remember a massive tattoo? It just didn't make sense.
It sounds like he's lying to you.
Yeah, he seems fishy to me. Something's not right. I've had a feeling ever since we first met him.
A feeling of love.
What?
No, I said a feeling of love.
Oh.
I think we do need to keep an eye on him. I mean, he doesn't give me a completely untrustworthy vibe, but there's too much weird shit that's not adding up. And truly, I'm gonna be honest, I was worried about you and Abigail, like, being comfortable here and, being able to be okay, but I don't see how he's gonna make it. I'm here for a couple of reasons, but I would like to make it to the end and get my pay. And I don't know if I'm gonna get paid if this guy dies.
He's a very paranoid man. I don't think we're going to get that information out of him. So I think the best thing we can do is do our best to keep him with that other foot on this side, if you will.
You can see Elias tapping out his pipe and putting some other substance inside instead, and he's like, yeah, he does seem stuck in his ways.
I don't see men like that. They don't. We might earn his trust, and he might tell us some things, but I don't know.
What are you putting in your pipe?
Tobacco, of course.
That doesn't look like the other stuff.
Right, I must have mixed it up.
Busted.
What is it?
This one. Is
This-
this the actual tobacco or is this the other kind?
Well, this is the tobacco, and this is that. This is local here, I believe. Here, and he just kind of hands you over some crumbly.
I just got to feeling better. I'm not gonna. Thank you though.
Oh, I'm not going to. I just want to look at it and kind of give it a little.
Have you had it before here?
No, never had it here. Nayara gave it to me last time I came through, and I figured as I came in here, I'd give it a little bit, and it's definitely a lot stronger than tobacco, that's for sure.
The fuck.
Well, be careful, because we need you on this trip.
Right. I've already swapped it out, and in fact, this is all of it here. If someone wants it, I'm not doing that again, that's for sure.
I was like,
I'm good, thanks.
let's go do
All right. Well, he just sticks it in his front pocket.
Well,
Anything we need to do before we search for Nayara or whatever? What else do you guys have planned while we're here in Puno? Any fish you want to eat or see?
I want to try everything that we don't have back home.
Mm.
I want to see how it's different.
What did you say?
I want to see how it's all different.
Oh,
The food, the culture, the everything. I want to take it all in.
all right. Well, make
Yeah,
a day of it.
I'm down for whatever. We're here for a day, so I don't.
That's right.
Don't know.
Now, hunt down your friend.
Absolutely. How many rooms do we want tonight? I'll go procure us some rooms here. Everybody on their own, or do you want to double up again? Triple up for the boys?
Let's share, girls. Share.
That works
Might
for
save
me.
a bit if we do.
All right.
That's fine with me.
All right. Don't worry about it. It's on me. I'll go take care of it. And he walks over to the
Right?
barkeep / concierge / Cheddar Bay biscuit procurer.
Can I have a biscuit on my pillow, please?
Fair request.
What? You said concierge and you said biscuit, so
Elias comes back with the 2 keys and yes, they will have Cheddar Bay biscuits on your pillows when you come to bed.
oh, this is nothing like Louisiana.
You killed Zach.
Kill me. Can I have a Cheddar Bay biscuit on my pillow, please?
They don't put
like-
anything under it, so you get like that butter on your pillow.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I would like to say that my realism is completely ruined. This
so
game has
sorry.
been 100% factual until now,
sorry.
and I can no longer take it seriously.
I'm so sorry.
Declan pulls out a gun, kills all of us. Game over.
I'm so sorry. We have diverted a little bit.
No, I'm
but
fucking
it's
with
only
you.
on the
It's
restaurant.
fucking hilarious. So it's really funny.
I'm very sorry.
That's gonna be a very seriously gonna be such a
Whoever
greasy
tried
fucking.
these things this whole time.
Oh,
He's
you're-
finally like, ah. My God,
Now,
won't be.
now I want to make some.
Right? We have the
I know, I
thing.
have the
We've had
mix.
it for ages.
I have the mix downstairs. I just need cheddar cheese.
All right,
Well, we can never find that.
you guys, you have broke me. Sorry. I can't. I'm just thanking everything Cheddar Bay at this moment, and I need to get out of the Cheddar Bay zone. How do we do this?
Well, Jackson, do we need to look up your friend?
Right. Nayara.
After lunch, of course.
Nayara knows much. After what? Of course.
Lunch.
Lunch. Right.
Actually,
Are you not full of biscuits at this point?
well, this is my first.
Oh, all right.
Make sure you get more. I hear they're endless. I've never heard of such a place doing that. It's can't be good for their bottom line.
I'm partial
Should I
to the
have-
salad.
I'm just like stuffing my bag with some biscuits. Take on the
Okay.
road.
Okay. All right. We're
I
taking
look.
a break.
I lean over. I'm like, those aren't
This is
going to
the one
keep
you opened,
very
sir.
long in the jungle. Just so you know.
Okay.
Okay, and then I walk out. We walk out the front door.
Okay. So you guys leave the inn. You got your keys, one for each of you. Whenever you guys come back,
We go out of the inn.
out of the inn.
Do we have to take a taxi to this lady, or do we walk, or
Let's continue the everything is just a
An
few.
Uber.
A what?
An Uber.
Yes. Yes. But in Peruvian, it's just a donkey if you wish to ride it.
I figured it would probably be in walking distance. I can't imagine the town is that big.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, honestly, everything's within walking distance.
so she's not hiding in a hut like up.
It's just a donkey named.
She's not in the witch's hut, like on top of the hill overlooking.
Well,
the
actually,
town.
that is literally
That's-
where he described that she was like
Yeah.
on that hut on top of the hills, like above Puno. Is literally where he described where she was. Yeah, so the witch's hut on top of Puno was where we should head up and go see if we see Nayara, I
Is
suppose.
that your term or hers?
No, that I heard one of y'all say that, so I just repeated
Okay,
it so
okay.
you'd understand. It's a small house. Now, she was rightly freaked out last time we talked to Demon Doza, and we'll just have to go see if she'll respond to our appearance.
Was she friendly last time? Like when you talked to her, like she knew you were friends, right?
Absolutely. I am not like you.
As
I gotcha.
as we came out with the girls, does everyone react to them the same, or does it seem to just be Declan and I?
Yeah, you guys are getting the kind of same reactions, just like long
So it's all
little
like
glances.
guys.
Yeah,
Maybe
not
we'll
just
let you
guys.
go talk to her first.
I was gonna say perhaps you approach and we'll be.
Of course. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. All right. Let's go. Let's see, you guys just head off. The little jaunt. Spend a few minutes, we'll say 10, 15 minutes walking around. And you see a lot of people in like, well, I guess almost like poncho-like covers and clothes, but mostly like you see a lot of reds. And you see some like cool looking hats that come out. They're also red. They're like a elongated bowler hat that come out and kind of go up, like you could fit stuff inside up there. Pretty cool looking and very vibrant. I think that if we were to use one word, that's the word. Very vibrant clothing here. 1920s Puno of the residents. And so you guys probably are in like stark tans and browns and grays. I don't know about you, Iris. Maybe you have some more bohemian look to you. But you guys stick out like a sore thumb otherwise. And you guys are making your way through. And finally you go up and little knock on this stick and straw kind of mud little thing hut.
I'm saying a little ways back at least.
Sure. Knock. Elias, of course. And no response. And he just kind of like takes the door and kind of like opens it up and looks inside and just kind of shakes his head and looks at you guys. And he goes next door. And gives a little knock and someone opens up and you can see them like conversing back and forth for a little bit. And then he comes over to you guys.
Unintelligible to us because it's in Spanish, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, and it's like hushed and like a little bit of distance away. And he comes over to you guys. She's not home. That's what the neighbors are saying.
Could I use listen to listen in what they actually said, or?
Oh, yeah, sure. Do you know Spanish?
Yes.
Okay.
Not personally, but
Yeah, we don't care about personal things. Yeah.
So would I use language or listen?
Yeah,
Listen.
he's asking ours.
Yeah. Listen, of course. Roll it. That's a 62 over 55. It was too hushed to know what they were saying. But he tells you...
How long's it been since they've seen her?
Well, it's been a couple weeks. And now it lines up right after I came through here. He said that she may be... He recognized me. He said that she may be in the lake and hiding.
In the lake?
Well, I hope not inside the lake, but those floating islands out there.
Do I see floating islands? What do we...
Yeah, so now that you're on top of the hills, you can see, like, out in Lake Titicaca, these, like, crazy artificial islands that they have created out of thatched, like, straw and hay. They would take, like, bales of it and bind them together over and over and over, like 3 or 4 deep, making these kind of, like, literally artificial, like, barges out there.
She really wanted to get away out there.
Yeah. But you can see like people fishing and stuff off of them. You see little like lean-tos and huts on some of them. Like people are living out there on the lake. It's actually fascinating and mind-opening. Like, this is the kind of sights you wanted to see leaving the Americas or wherever you came from and, like, coming somewhere else. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
As Chad looks it up and, like, sees what I'm talking about, he's like, oh.
I forgot that it's on the border of Bolivia and Peru.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have boat, like something to go on the lake on? Because I'm not that great of a swimmer.
Right.
We can rent one.
Who here can swim?
Raise my hand.
All right.
Unlike in real life.
I'm not a big swimmer myself, but let's go see if we can rent a boat or something and get us over there to Nayara, or at least keep looking for her. Yeah?
I think that's the only.
As long as there's a boat.
We got an afternoon and perhaps an evening to kill.
Sounds good. And so you guys head back down. And just for some information for you guys to know, like, Lake Titicaca is over 100 miles long and 50 miles wide. Like, so it's not just like your everyday lake. It's huge.
Huge.
Yeah. And what makes it, I guess, somewhat unique is it's so far above sea level. You know, it's like 12,000 feet above sea level. So you guys' ears are popping. You got this huge body of water. Say again, Chad?
The highest navigable lake.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, wait, it was next on my notes. What the hell? How'd you know that? It was literally the next line in my notes.
Wikipedia told me so.
Oh, Wikipedia! We got him. Chaosium, we got you. Yeah, so brackish waters, which means salty, right, guys? Does that mean it's salty due to evaporation?
It's like salty and kind of dead, like stale and salt. Not stale, like still and salty, I think. That's what it means.
Obviously large fish populations. You can see a huge fish market, and like fisheries and stuff, and lots of reeds growing out like all around it. You see dozens of those man-made floating islands out there as you guys are making your way. Reeds and mud to hold them up. Again, those several of the huts, and you make your way to the edge of the waters, and you see several of these kind of like pseudo docks at the edge. And you are able to procure, with the help of Jackson Elias, some sort of flotation, some kind of boat to go over to meet Nayara. And you guys, I assume, all hop into this boat and make your way through the waters.
Not gonna not go. Came all the way here.
Right. Now it's about.
Vincent proves himself proficient with the rowing.
Oh, thank you so much. And we'll say that it's you and Elias just kind of going. You know, you rented this boat or whatever, loaned with a couple pesos. It's about 2 miles out, according to the neighbors. And let's see if we can make it over there. It must be that one over there, and he just kind of points off into the distance, and you can see something floating.
Given the size of this place, I'm glad it's only 2 miles.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that gives them enough time to swim back if their island sinks. Kind of chuckles.
It's certainly doable.
So you guys paddle out there. As you guys approach roll me a spot hidden for as you guys were getting a boat. You guys were procuring a boat to go over to Nayara on
I win.
Mainland. All
17 under.
I win. Iris with an 80 a failure.
Yeah.
Abigail with a 95 failure.
I'm
Declan,
just
17 hard success.
not doing good on my rolls tonight.
Yep.
All right, we got to get the demons out.
Besides getting ginger ale, man.
Yeah, it's the ginger. I don't even have to. I was supposed to give you guys a penalty dice, and I don't even need to.
Mm.
What you got, Chad? I didn't hear it.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm over.
Vincent is over as well. Well, Declan is got the game. As you guys are procuring this boat and you guys push off and you see the other two kind of pedaling away, you're just kind of like perceiving around you. And you see this middle-aged woman and like a toned down green and this teenaged boy and this like light teal blue are just kind of like, it looks like they're loitering, but you can tell that they have like furtive glances at Elias, like they were interested in him, which is counter to what you guys have experienced as you guys walk through, right? They were all looking at the white guys, but these two are like looking at Elias in a weird way.
Like they know him? Like familiar?
Maybe.
Look.
Maybe.
Okay.
And you guys push off.
I mean, I don't say anything. I guess I'll make I kind of watch them. Like if I feel like maybe it's something threatening, I'll just keep an eye on them. But I'm not gonna call any notice to it. I mean, there's nothing happens. So
Right. You guys paddle the 2 miles. Finally make it to this floating island, and it's wild. Like you can see it just kind of like move in front of you as you guys pull up, like just like the boat goes up and down with the waves. So does this island kind of float around, and you pull up to it. Roll me another spot hidden.
No.
This is only for Declan.
Okay.
God damn it. Hey, let's go! Critical success, 3-star success thing.
3-star success. Excellent. You can see as you guys are like pulling in and fixing to get off and stuff. Before you even notice what's in front of you, you're watching what's going on. You're like, those guys were weird. You can see them, that you were watching them and you saw them like get into another boat and just kind of like float out. And as you guys are getting on this island, like you could see them just kind of like floating in the distance, like maybe like a mile away, and you could see like both of their eyes looking your direction.
I unclip my pistol just so I can get it out of my holster faster, and I'll pull Vincent a little closer to me and remark that I'll say the two young kids that were there when we left, they took a little interest in our friend, and they're now, I'll say roughly, I don't know if I would say if I can judge a mile, I'll say they're around a mile behind us and to the left, and I'm assuming Vincent won't stare and look at them. Like, but they're obviously they're waiting for us, or they're waiting for Elias, or both. So, and I say all that very quickly and quietly to him.
Thank you, Declan. That's, well, concerning, but I'll do my best to keep an eye out. I follow suit and unbuckle the holster there as well.
And as you guys pull up, you guys are unbuckling your holsters, and you see like several adult, like Peruvian men in these bright red clothing, and you'll see they have some kind of like mallet, like mace kind of thing at their hip. And as you walk, you guys dock up there, you can see they're like very interested in why these 4 white people and this other gentleman are coming up on their island. They look very concerned, especially as you guys are unholstering your weapons.
Well, no, so I didn't unholster it. I just unclipped it. If they knew, like, they would see me reaching, like, I guess I don't have a. Yeah, actually, it's hot. I don't have a jacket on. They would see me, if they paid attention, they would see me unclip it. It's still in the holster, like a docker's clutch, but they would see me unclip the little button doohickey, because I've just got a shirt on. So yeah, they would see it if they looked, but I'm not pulling a gun out and holding it.
You're not brandishing.
Can I persuade them that we come in peace and we're trying to find somebody?
Well, once again, I stay back and let Elias do the approaching and talking first.
Yeah. And go ahead if you want to say something, Iris.
Well, maybe I should let Elias first and then persuade them if they're still not allowing us on there.
All right. You say
floating
Elias like,
thing.
now. Well, it's fine. It's fine if you allow me to step off, and maybe my partner here, Iris, we can explain everything. It's no need to go ahead and put that beat stick down. There's no need for that. And you can see it like go back and forth a little bit. Iris, do you add anything?
Just trying to persuade them that we come in peace and we cause no harm.
It looks like that they are buying it just because they finally like recognize Elias and are taking his credit more than like your persuasion as you're there. And finally they're like, oh, it seems like they're okay with it. And you can see there's just like several of them on the island here, and there's a couple huts as well. And it's all fairly small, I don't want to give like an exact dimension because I don't know, but like you have a couple huts on this man-made floating island, and there's a few people there, and you can see one of them kind of point off, talking to Elias like over there, and he's like, "All right, come on, folks, let's go see if we can talk to Nayara. They're fine with us here. Just leave those in where they are. Don't pull out your guns or anything. We'll have a whole Peruvian island on us, maybe all 5 of them."
If he says that to me and I can hear him, I'll say, I'll take care of my part of the trip. You take care of yours. I keep watching him.
All right. Well, he's kind of rude today. Let's keep going.
Calm down, guys. Calm down now.
Just being prepared. Over the course of this time, at Vincent, probably not as surreptitiously as he hopes, sort of glances at those other people. Like, are they coming closer, or are they just still kind of staying out?
No, they backed away, and they're just going back to their other tasks. You can see they're like fishing.
The ones on the boat, not the ones on the island.
The ones on the boat, you can just see them. Like they're just like a little dot, over there, just kind of floating. And
they don't seem to be getting closer, like over the course of the couple minutes of that conversation.
No.
Okay. I'll report that today. Definitely not concerned for our new friends here, but I don't believe they're getting any closer just yet.
Okay. Definitely need to keep an eye on them. They may be waiting for us to go inside.
I wondered the same.
And as you're looking out over the waters, you can see like the skies kind of change a little bit, and the wind blow, and the rain just kind of rushes in and starts pittering and pattering around you as the skies darken.
Is this man-made island? Is it sand, dirt, mud?
No,
grass?
like I said before, it's like straw and reeds binded together in kind of these larger, flatter pseudo hay bales, like for us, and maybe about 3 thick for what you can see, and they just add to that, and it just kind of floats there. It's actually pretty wild. I don't have a good example to show you in this format, but it is something else.
All right.
I'll see if I can find something to send to you in Discord.
Yeah. No, I wanted to get a feel. I imagine it's pretty flat then. Yeah.
Very flat. Yeah, and like when you step, it's solid, but also you can feel the give, like the float.
Sure.
Yeah.
World's mediumest pontoon boats.
Yeah.
Get your sea legs ready.
Get your sea legs ready.
Right.
Like if you literally Google Peruvian man-made island, like look at that. It's.
Do I have any issues with seasickness after getting altitude sickness?
No. But
Got a ginger ale to go. Don't worry.
you got your ginger ale to go, right? Yeah, and your flask, fizzy ginger ale. The rain the rain comes in. You guys kind of make your way over. You pull your boat up onto tie it off or whatever, and make your way over to what you assume to be Nayara's residence. And you see Elias, kind of knock, and the thing opens up, the door. And Elias, you see this frail, stooped, wrinkled old woman with thick white hair and bright, lively eyes, probably somewhere between like 75 to 80 in front of him. Heavily Peruvian, of course, in front of him. And you can see them give like a little pat on the back, a little side hug. And you can hear Iris, you can hear him vouch for you guys and let you guys in. And you guys come in out of the rain as it starts to get like a heavier pour. Go ahead.
If Declan doesn't stay out, I probably will. Just
Sure.
like whatever amounts to a porch to watch those people.
Yeah, you can. I do not, so you can go. I want to stay just to see what happens, and it's a. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of like just rolling the dice to see if I can to see what they do. If I don't like trying to listen and keep an eye, but I don't. I'm kind of curious if they will get closer if they think we're not watching. But I won't stop you to go out. Like
I mean, it'll be pretty evident what I'm doing. If you Vincent to come inside, all you got to do is say the word.
I won't stop you because I'm not like sold on my plan. I'm just giving reasoning for why I'm going in, mainly just to see what happens.
As you're going in, I would probably catch your shoulder. You can protect them. I'm not speaking any Spanish. I don't know how useful I'm going to be in here, so see if I can keep an eye on those assholes.
I would say let's come up with a signal, but just yell, "Hey, the guys are coming to kill us," and I'll come outside with you.
If I'm worried, I'll knock on the door. If I'm
that was in character, by the way.
But don't worry.
The code word is cheddar bay biscuit.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to bring it out.
Hey,
we left the cheddar bay biscuits behind.
-2 sanity.
Got him.
Grab one out of my bag and throw it at him.
-2 sanity.
Sorry.
I love it though. So who is staying outside? We have. Okay.
Just Vincent.
All right. Vincent
I'm literally
is
just standing there to watch that they're not like obviously approaching the island. Like,
right. Okay.
I'm not a great sentry or watchman. I don't trust those people and see what happens.
I ran out of hot tea for my voice, but
Vincent doesn't believe his non-Spanish speaking ass will be of any use in there with his reading people skills, not knowing the language. So I might as well stand here and make sure that we don't get ambushed.
Nayara, these are my friends here. We have Abigail and Declan and Iris here, and Vincent. He's standing outside in the rain like an idiot. It's all right.
I like it wet.
Here, call in. He's slightly paranoid, I suppose, but that's okay. The rest of us will are welcome to see you here. And she's, if you don't mind, I think my compatriots here might have a few questions for you, I suppose, and you know what we were talking about before, and I suppose that's why you're out here on this island. And she comes back and like, yes, that's. I had to run and hide from the Karasiri. Like I told you before, those pale-faced men were coming after us, and I had to escape to make sure that I didn't die.
Go ahead.
Well, God, you're okay.
Does Declan? I don't remember Declan knowing much about this. What do I actually know in character
about the Karasiri?
Yeah.
Okay, so
no, it's okay. Keep going. Nope, don't stop. Go.
Elias just he very basic level explain what they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Elias kind of explained what they are. They're probably, and you guys found out from the letter, right, that they were potentially made by the conquistadors and all that kind of jazz.
I was gonna reach out and give her a handshake and tell her that she reminds me of my grandma, and I don't know, see how she just feels welcoming, maybe.
She just kind of gives a bright smile at you, and she just hands something over to you. It looks like some kind of offering. It looks like maybe some kind of dried meat. She's like,
I'll put it in my bag. I don't eat it right away.
And you
I'm
can
not
see her
that
kind of like
hungry.
scowl a little bit as she hands it to the
I'm
rest of them.
sick.
I mean, if she hands them to me, I'll take a little nibble.
Uh-huh. And
Same.
Abby, okay. And you guys take a little nibble, and like immediately you taste like dried wood, and she just like goes. Just like this old Peruvian lady trying to pull a joke on you and making you eat dried wood instead of.
I'm chuckling.
Yeah,
I'm chuckling because it felt weird.
I'll laugh and be like, "Oh, it's delicious," and take another bite and smile.
Oh! She just gets a huge hoot out of it, and Elias starts laughing. He's like, "Yeah, she got me with that one as well." Oh man! Give him the good stuff. Give him the good stuff. And she pulls out some like fish jerky and hands it over to you guys if you guys want to nibble on that.
I'll smell it more this time, and then once I'm convinced it's food, I'll nibble a
It
bit.
smells good. It smells like spicy fish jerky.
Nice.
What brings you over here to talk to Nayara?
I'll ask her if the tattoo that I saw has any meaning, if she's seen that before, and I'll explain it as good as you explained it from the beginning.
I'm sorry, Iris. That does not sound like anything I've seen before. No. And Elias kind of goes through the details of your researches and like what you've been through a little bit. Maybe not so much to like murder or leaving the bodies behind, but like in a little bit different way of kind of telling, like, hey, something weird's going on. Definitely found more about the Kari and, the pyramid and stuff like that.
Does she know anything about the pyramid?
Yes. I know a story about the pyramid. Would you like to hear it?
I would.
Yes.
I speak up and interrupt. Yeah, I would.
Of course. Okay. And he kind of hands out this like little bitty, I don't know, tequila, whatever, water, whatever you guys want to drink. So he hands out to you.
Jack and Coke.
Jack and Coke, absolutely. Don't say it. Keep it in. I've ruined it for myself too. I can't get it out of my mind. But yeah, so she has a story about the pyramids, and you guys kind of settle in, and she's like, before the time of your grandparents, an ancient evil god fell from the sky. This god was a monstrous being, malevolent and insatiable. It plummeted down from the heavens and landed with a tremendous splash in the sacred waters of Lake Titicaca. And she kind of like, does her arms around as you guys are looking around. The sky darkened as it crawled out of the lake, its hideous form bringing with it a curse of hunger and devouring everything it touched. Fields withered, animals fled, and the people were struck with fear and desperation. In those days, there lived a trickster hero named Ekeko. Ekeko was not a warrior, nor was he a sorcerer of great power. He was clever, a mischievous spirit he was, always finding ways to turn the tide with his wits. Seeing the destruction wrought by the god, Ekeko knew he had to act swiftly to save his people, us. With a twinkle in his eye and a plan in his heart, Ekeko approached the god. "Great one," he said, bowing with some exaggerated respect, "I know where you can find the most delectable and nutritious food. It is not here on the surface, but hidden beneath the earth in the form of tubers and grubs." The god, ravenous and curious, listened intently. Ekiko led the god to an ancient armadillo burrow, a labyrinthine network of tunnels beneath the ground. Here, Akiko said, is where you'll find a feast beyond your wildest dreams. Tempted by the promise of substance, the god crawled into the burrow, its grotesque form squeezing into the narrow tunnels. Akiko, quick and cunning, gathered stones and began sealing the entrance of the burrow. One by one, he placed the stones, trapping the god within the earth. But Akiko knew that mere stones would not be enough to contain such a powerful being. She takes a drink of whatever she was sipping on. So he called upon the people, and together they built a great temple over the burrow, binding the god in place with ancient spells worked in gold. The temple stood as both a prison and a warning, a sacred site where the malevolent god was held in eternal conflict, or confinement. To this day, the god from the sky remains trapped beneath the temple, its hunger forever unsated, its rage held in check by the spells in the sacred ground above. The people of Puno, us here, wise and respectful of the old way, know to avoid this place. Speak of it in hushed tones, only passing knowledge and caution through the generations. And so, it's said, the temple stands, largely forgotten by those who don't know. But the wise ones remember. She kind of taps her forehead, and it's like a very similar thing you've seen Larkin do. The wise ones remember. They honor the cleverness of Akiko, the trickster who saved his people from this evil.
I'm still like the kind of look that someone has that's not very creative, but then they hear a cool story and they're like, whoa, just like staring.
Chewing on the wood now. You finished the fish.
Yeah. Back to the wood.
Have you been to the pyramid, or you've stayed away?
No, I am one of the wise ones.
I look at Larkin as she's saying that.
Larkin isn't there.
Fuck. That's right. Damn it.
Does she know do you know Larkin?
Only what your friend here has told me. I have not seen him.
You guys, all of a sudden the door pops open just a little bit, and Ben's about, did you guys ask her about Figueroa? Shuts the door. Keeps looking.
Did we ask about focaccia? I think is what he said. You want to know about focaccia? Isn't that a bread?
Focaccia.
We don't make focaccia here.
We only make Cheddar Bay biscuits.
It's only Cheddar Bay biscuits for us here. And they call this the famous Cheddar Bay.
I'll relay the message from Vincent. Because no, we haven't.
Figueroa is the guy that I read the final questions paper of.
Yeah.
I'll actually just go. I'll say it, and I'll like say I mispronounced it or whatever because I would be on brand, and then I'll go open the door, and I'll be like, "Your turn," and I'll let him go inside, and I'll stand outside and watch.
I don't know anyone named Figueroa, no.
Oh, very well, very well.
Does this have something to do with the Karisiri? And you can see her like narrow her eyes. That damn demon Doza.
Well, it has to do with one of his colleagues, supposedly. From a very long time ago.
You think he's a Karisiri? That's what you're saying to me.
Figueroa is supposedly no more, but Figueroa was with de Mendoza when he found a temple, a pyramid, hundreds of years ago, supposedly.
How did you find this out?
It was it was a girl and a professor in Lima. They had looked up information about anything involving these ruins, wanting to protect the ruins.
That is where you're headed now, right?
That's what we're told.
Do you not fear these Karasiri?
Do you have any tips on how to help protect?
I wish I could tell you some trick to keep them away from you, but I do not know of any. The legends go long of the Karasiri stealing the fat of the locals.
Are your Karasiri long-lived? Exceedingly long-lived?
If the legends are true, yes, of course. I don't have any legends of dispatching one, even.
And if, hypothetically, someone were to take a piece of golden spell, what would happen?
I'm not sure what you're asking. What do you mean, a golden spell? You're talking about the story I just told you.
Yes. Yes, there was a spell worked in gold, right?
You're telling me that someone has broken the spell and taken some of this essence with them away from this place, the sacred place?
That's what we've been told. But it happened very long time ago.
Well, perhaps that is why we are plagued with these Karasiri.
Do you think that replacing the missing piece?
I know if I had the strength in me and the means, I would do it myself. Just to
Do you
make
know
sure.
anything of these spells?
No, I do not know of any spells. My work is in herbs.
Do you know anybody that knows spells? I kind of like perk up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I can't say that I do. Ma'am, those things are just superstition. No, well, I am the closest thing here to that type of work. I strictly work in herbs.
Well, gatherers tend to know a lot, in my experience.
This is true. This is true.
Very well. We didn't know much stock to put in this tale, these confessions, that they reference a De Mendoza, a conquistador, and his party, which
Yes.
included
The
Pizarro and Mr. Figueroa.
the legends speak of the tall white man wearing a wide-brimmed hat. I saw him with that trailing our friend here. I knew he was no good. I've seen those blue eyes.
She's referring to following Elias.
Yeah.
He was following him.
When was that?
This was weeks ago when I came through here for my book on the way to meet Lockin.
Weeks ago. So I feel like that's not that long, and you didn't feel the need to tell us that you were being followed?
He referenced it.
I did, and I told you about the superstition, and I would believe the events that of recent may have twisted that a bit. Indeed, yes.
That's why We're afraid, isn't it? Especially given that Mr. De Mendoza has disappeared.
That's right.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on the trip.
And he disappeared shortly after the local
Introduction.
professor and his assistant wound up infected with those parasites and killed.
Parasites.
Yes,
I'll elbow him and say that Elias didn't go into detail.
literally just throws his hands up and steps out in the middle of it.
Were they... What happened? What is this parasites?
Do you have any herbs that would help somebody that is very sick?
What
Like,
kind of sickness?
almost like a opioid sickness. He looks like death.
Oh. No, I don't have anything like that. I have altitude sickness. I can hand you some cocoa leaves or something, but
That might be helpful.
sure. And you can see her turn around for a minute. She's like grinding some stuff up.
These parasites, there was some sort of white waxy substance.
Hmm.
2 locals dead the day De Mendoza disappeared. Look, if there's someone to talk to weird things, the lady that knows the weird... Right. He says to her.
Were there... And this is gonna sound strange, but were they alive when they attacked you? The people attacked you? Or was what am I? Or the
People didn't attack, right?
Oh.
But
no, the people didn't.
Chad's asking Zach.
No, the people didn't attack you. No.
No, we weren't attacked by the people, but there was some. They'd been assaulted, and the man was screaming about someone kissed me, and there was some waxy substance on him, and there was some parasite thing that leapt out of him and tried to join with our friend out there. We barely managed to stop it.
Interesting. That may... And I'm not quite sure, but there's this Machacuna. It's a creature that they're human. They seek out humans to not to repent for any kind of sin they have done, but to eat the human. That
we forced that thing out. I don't know what its goal was, but we forced it to leave the body, and unfortunately we're unable to resuscitate him.
was the... Well, how did the body look?
Was there? I mean, there was. Other than the fact.
Well,
that there
one was
a-
desiccated, one was normal with a larva in it.
Yeah, so I'll do my best to describe the state of the 2 of them.
One sounds like a Machacuna, the desiccated one. Creatures made from bones. They work the fields and fertilize the crops as penance for their sins the Machacuna committed in life. And then through their efforts they may regrow their flesh anew. But if this did not attack you, then maybe I'm speaking out of turn.
Well, the one that was desiccated was already dead, right?
Yeah.
And she was stab wounds that we could see.
There's a big hole in her chest.
Like a lamprey bite.
That's right. Yeah, there was a hole in the desiccated one had a hole in her chest. And what, Iris, you had seen her earlier that day, the previous day. When was it?
That day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Vincent is asking. I don't know what happened, but we found her. She was expired. And then we found him upstairs with this waxy substance all over him and some parasite thing moving around inside of him. We were able to force it out and managed to put it down.
Are you raising your hand?
Amy is raising her hand. Abigail's gonna get up and walk out because she is not comfortable with this conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go out with Declan
Okay.
because I don't want to relive it as much as I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
I hand you a piece of wood as you come outside and chew on.
Right. No, I just take mine out of my pocket and be like, "Thanks, I've still got mine," and I'll sit there and just like suck on it.
Right. Abigail, I'll give you +2 luck as you walk out. I give it to you.
Okay.
I don't know of these larvae as you speak, but if you're not speaking in trickery to me, then if you truly have a piece that is missing from this place, I would urge you to take it back and maybe undo what we Peruvians have been plagued with for centuries.
Well, I look at Iris and that's the plan, right?
That's what we're trying to do if we can get there before the person that can take us there dies.
You must be speaking of Larkin.
Basically, yes.
Do you know where his fancy pyramid that he speaks of is located? If he were to,
And then she goes off. She's like, I think I have an idea, and she just kind of gives you a direction and like says, you need to walk like 3 days that direction, and you should see this, and then you'll probably see it around there somewhere in the Highlands.
I'll make some note.
She talks about it. If you approach from this direction, you should see it like down below you, kind of thing. Like you're up on a higher vantage, and it kind of winds around. There's multiple ways to get to it, but maybe if this is true, then this is how you get there. Now she doesn't. I don't recommend it, but if this is a path you're dedicated to, then I wish you the best of luck. And she reaches over to you. Wait, did Declan leave?
Yeah, I'm outside watching.
Okay. And she hands a little packet over to Iris, and she's like, will you give this to Declan and tell him to apply it as fast as he can to his face to help with the healing?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Of
And thank
course.
you for all your knowledge and allowing us to come in your home. And that joke was priceless.
And you see her smile a little bit, and she has like a couple wooden teeth.
Eat your teeth.
It was good to have you. Will you be staying the night here on my island?
We had planned to go back to our hotel.
I don't mind it. We can stay and enrapture each other in stories and drink and fish all night, or you can go on your way. I don't mind either way.
But we need to be rested enough to ride a donkey tomorrow, apparently.
And Eliza's like, I don't mind either way, as long as we get there by dawn.
That is the problem. We'd have to turn in early to get over there.
This does feel like home, but maybe we should go back.
All right.
We don't want to impose.
Of course, of course. Well, thank you for stopping by and listening to an old woman's tales.
Thank you for entertaining our questions. I feel a little bit better about this crazy trip of ours.
The lightning strikes as you say that.
I don't know how to handle all of this, but well, a friend of mine used to say knowledge is power. I feel slightly more knowledgeable.
I like that saying.
And we leave the room.
You guys leave Nayara. Knowledge is power. Hold your fists in the sky as the rain comes down.
The more you know.
The more you know. You see a rainbow.
Yeah.
G.I.
Yes,
Joe.
the rainbow.
What do you know?
I think what was it? The knowledge is half the battle for G.I. Joe, right? That's the
It is. I
G.I.
was
Joe
just
thing,
being
yeah.
silly. Yeah.
You guys
Knowing is half the battle, I think. Anyways,
knowing,
keep going.
yeah,
Yeah,
knowing is half the
That's
battle.
it. Yes.
yeah.
Well, as knowing is half the battle, you guys leave the floating island, get on the boat. Roll me a spot hidden Declan and Vincent.
Bro, how many more times do I have to do this? Just let me win.
I'm just
Got it.
letting you know what you see every time.
I win.
I
Yeah.
win. 31
Wow.
under
3 and
40.
0. I'm still going.
What about you, Vincent?
18 under 30 something.
Oh yeah.
Lol, yeah. You see that as you guys are heading back to shore, you can see that boat with the woman and the younger child. I don't want to say child, teen, kind of floating off there in the boat, and you can see they're like think of a triangle. So like there's 2 miles from the shore to where Nayara is. You come in like a mile, and they're like a mile out. The triangles with a distance away. A little bit away. So you see them kind of still floating out there, just watching, and you can't see which way they're looking, but you can see the like silhouettes of color, and the rain is just pouring down, kind of obscuring your vision as you guys are making your way back.
Was this at this point rough time frame?
We'll say it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. So plenty of daylight. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch. It's like if they start heading towards her island, I'm a little concerned.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna Declan, I'm sure they're still out there. I don't know what they're doing. Jackson, we saw these individuals. I don't know if you heard Declan and I talking. I don't know what they're doing. Do you think they would mean any harm to Nayara? These locals? Do you think I should be worried for her safety, or is she and her friends safe enough? Safer than us?
Do I need to handle it?
He's asking Elias.
I know. I rephrased to Elias. Like, sorry. Yeah. I thought you were thinking.
I thought you were talking to him, so
I was anger translating for you.
I don't. What do you mean? You think you're gonna go after those people out there on the boat for looking at us?
I just don't know why they're following us. I'm worried
Well,
about
everybody's
her.
giving us the looks.
No. There's looking at us, and then there's what they're doing.
Oh, people have been looking at us funny. These people followed us out into the water and stayed out there. I'm just worried about Nayara. Do you think they might mean her ill? Or
You think we've uncovered her location?
that's my fear. I don't know.
What do you want to do about it? We can't float out here on the lake all day.
Oh, I mean, we're standing. I imagine we're standing up.
No, you guys are already a mile away, floating in the water when you guys saw this.
Oh, I thought we were back on the dock when we saw.
No, you haven't made it back to land. You're halfway in between land and the island.
Well, then I will ask Elias how he feels watching for a bit to see if they like swoop in behind us towards her, right? Like,
Sure. If that's what you want to do, we can stay out here. But I am pretty sopping.
well, we're not gonna get any wetter, are we?
That's true. That's true.
Let's hold a bit here and just see what they do. I'd hate to lead someone to her.
We could go talk to them.
Technically, though something tells me as much distance as they've provided us after following us, they'll be speaking with them. I mean, either they're worried about us, they're after her, or they're with her. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine it's one of the three.
Yes, perhaps they're watching out for her. She didn't mention them, though. We can spend some time here watching, but I would not recommend just floating here. We should pretend like we're doing something else, for at least paddle around.
I take some wire, like some nylon or some string, and
There's a fishing rod in there.
Oh, I was good. Okay, I just start fishing. I get a little hunk of I think about putting some bait on it, and then I reach my pocket and get the piece of wood that I've gnawed on, and I'm like, eh, and I kind of put it through the hook and throw the wood out there.
Immediately something grabs it. Love it.
It's a red lobster.
Then this is how it's done. Now it all comes full circle. You understand now. Nayara is the key. How long you guys want to wait out there?
I don't know, at least 15, 20 minutes. Like, do
Okay.
they move? Do they go anywhere?
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes go by, and you can see them just kind of, they're just kind of floating aimlessly out there, and eventually they're obscured by an island between you and them as they just kind of float behind it, you know?
I pull up my cell phone and I call the number that Nayara gave us.
Yes.
Hey, Nayara.
And they're like, you're not
Hey,
supposed to
where's
call. You only use this number for emergencies.
Emergency.
Are you on
Did
a
you
burner
have guys
phone?
swimming in the water watching us? All right. Well,
It's post pigeon and pre cell phone, so it's kind of a weird spot.
Mhm. Telegram.
Yeah.
yeah. All right. I mean, hey, 20, 30 minutes.
All
Whatever.
right. You guys head back.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
Elias, if something happens to her, then you've got a bad roll of luck with the people that you take us to go talk to.
Well, now you got me a little self-conscious.
Well, here's my lucky rabbit's foot.
So, no, you keep that. That's yours. I'm not going to take anybody else's luck. We make our own, all right?
Touche.
All right, well, let's head back and have some dinner. You guys make your way back to the Red Lobster.
Give me some of that ceviche.
Yep, ceviche. Anything else you want to do in Puno before you retire?
Is there anything resembling a shop of note?
Depends on what you want. I don't have anything that I'm like, this is the important stuff that you guys should go check out. No. If there's stuff you want to go do, then yes. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you'd get some odds and ends, coffee grounds, whatever kind of pipe.
I'll look at the clothes, the vibrant clothes on the way back.
Absolutely.
Just kind of shopping.
They have some wild looking hats, like I said. Very vibrant clothing.
I get a hat and a poncho.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, just a couple pesos and you're out of there. A vibrant city.
Is it still raining?
Mm-hmm.
Is it raining before we retire for the night? Like
Yeah.
after dinner-ish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, so you guys get some dinner and you still hear the rain just pouring outside. What'd you have in mind?
I was going to go walk and find somewhere to sit closer to the lake and write in my journal.
You can
but-
do that still in the rain. You can find some like overhang of some sort. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just to write in my journal before going back and retiring in the room.
okay, so if you don't mind, I'll speed ahead. It's dusk, or let's say it's past dusk. It's dark. It's nighttime, maybe like 9 o'clock. You've had a couple drinks, had some food, did a little shopping, picked up some ponchos, hats, and whatever. I know Declan, you probably were concerned about like supplies and stuff. You made sure you had your compass and all that kind of stuff settled, just in case you had to lead these people somewhere.
Yep.
And
I gave him the herbs that she told me to give Declan.
right, thank you for that.
I did put that and I'll say that I did that.
Declan, if you want to, you can apply these herbs to your face. It's up to you.
Oh yeah. No, I mean I kind of trust the lady, but I trust Iris's judgment more. So if she's like, "Here from the lady," I'll put them on.
Yeah, so you do that, and you gain your last hit point. So now you're at 14 out of 14, and you feel like it helped a lot with like this superficial scarring around there. Like it's still like, it's still gonna be a Chelsea smile, right? But it helped a lot with like the damage around the edges and the serration. So your wife will appreciate that. You can feel it, the cooling, the warmth of the wound on your face. Abigail, you're out there writing to whomever you're writing in your journal. And roll me a listen roll.
Oh God.
Mm.
Awful.
You're probably 5-10 minutes away from the Red Lobster.
Oh, close.
A 31. No. Do you want to push your roll? Or use
Right.
luck to
You
succeed?
reduce it with luck to get it, or you could push it and try.
Let me see. What's my luck? 64. So I'd have to push it 6. Is that right? Meets it, beats it.
Roll me a spot hidden before you push. I'll give you a second roll.
Okay.
Just in case. And then you can choose which one you want to act on.
No.
Definitely won't act on an 83 over 25. So a 31 over 25 listen roll.
Yeah, I'll spend the 6 luck.
Okay.
So,
You spend 6 luck. Let me minus that on your thing.
are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Cool.
And you hear what sounds to be like screaming, and it seemed like you heard like a gunshot or two, and screaming off in the distance over the lake in the direction of where Nayara's island was. And we'll pick up here next time.
No.
See, y'all gotta start letting me kill people. I can fix all these problems ahead of time.
Right?
And thanks, as always, to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at sirenscape.com. You've just got to be using it at your gaming table.